What are the trumpet sounds in the sky around the world? Hello. In this video we will tell you about what those strange sounds in the sky are. Before we begin, do not forget to like and subscribe for more of this kind of videos. There are many explanations about the sounds, such as the return of Jesus, natural phenomenons, aliens, the end of the world, fake. Now what is it exactly? Those weird thumbs. The first around 2012 are blue beam sounds. Remember from a video about the true story of Jesus, the church, and aliens. Number 2, Blue Beam Project. In which Step 1. Step 1 requires the breakdown of all archaeological knowledge. This will apparently be accomplished by faking earthquakes at precise locations around the planet. Fake new discoveries at these locations will finally explain to all people the error of all fundamental religious doctrines, specifically Christian and Muslim doctrines. This makes some degree of sense. If you want to usurp a current way of thinking, you need to completely destroy it before putting forward your own. However, religious belief is notoriously resilient to things like facts. The Shroud of Turin is a famous example that is still believed by many to be a genuine shroud of Jesus, as opposed to the medieval forgery that it has been conclusively shown to be. Prayer studies, too, show how difficult it is to shift religious conviction with mere observational fact. Indeed, many theologians avoid making falsifiable claims or place belief somewhere specifically beyond observation to aid this. So what finds could possibly fundamentally destroy both Christianity and Islam, almost overnight, and universally all over the globe? Probably nothing. Yet, this is only step 1 of an increasingly ludicrous set of events that Project Blue Beam predicts will occur. Step 2. Step 2 involves a gigantic space show wherein three-dimensional holographic laser projections will be beamed all over the planet, and this is where Blue Beam really takes off. The projections will take the shape of whatever deity is most predominant, and will speak in all languages. At the end of this light show, the gods will all merge into one god, the Antichrist. This is a rather baffling plan, as it seems to assume people will think this is actually their god. There is relatively little to debunk in this, the most widely remembered section of the Project Blue Beam conspiracy, as the idea is so infeasible. Citing actual existing communication technology is odd if the point is for the end product to appear magical, rather than just as cheap laser projections onto clouds. This hasn't stopped some very strange conspiracy theories about such things popping up. Indeed, the notion of gods being projected into the sky was floated in 1991 by conspiracy theorist Betty J. Mills. And U.S. General, and CIA shyster extraordinaire, Edward Lansdale, actually floated a plan to fake a second coming over Cuba to get rid of Castro. Step 3. Step 3 is telepathic electronic two-way communication. It involves making people think their God is speaking to them through telepathy, projected into the head of each person individually using extreme low-frequency radio waves. Atheists will presumably hear an absence of Richard Dawkins. The book goes to some lengths to describe how this would be feasible, including a claim that elf thought projection caused the depressive illness of Michael Dukakis' wife Kitty. Step 4. Step 4 has 3 parts. Making humanity think an alien invasion is about to occur at every major city. Making the Christians think the rapture is about to happen. A mixture of electronic and supernatural forces, allowing the supernatural forces to travel through fiber optics, coax, power and telephone lines to penetrate all electronic equipment and appliances, that will by then all have a special microchip installed. Then chaos will break out, and people will finally be willing, perhaps even desperate, to accept the New World Order. The techniques used in the 4th step is exactly the same used in the past in the USSR to force the people to accept communism. Project Blue Beam proponents believe psychological preparations have already been made, Monast having claimed that 2001, A Space Odyssey, Star Wars, and the Star Trek series all involve an invasion from space and all nations coming together. The first 2 don't, the third is peaceful contact, and that Jurassic Park propagandizes evolution in order to make people think God's words are lies. Everything after 2012 is fake or still blue beam. This was it. Did you like this video and do you want more of this kind of videos? Then just like and subscribe.